What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are back again with another episode of Genesis Coupe build series where we are LS swapping my Genesis Coupe. Let's get into today's episode. So we got some new parts in and some things to go over. Okay, so we just got word from the machine shop guy as of July 14th at 5, almost 6 o'clock. Basically, the block is getting put back together now. All the parts are ordered. It's getting all new bearings, new rings. The pistons and piston rods, connecting rods, are getting cleaned right now. The block was decked and honed. The crankshaft is getting polished. And I'm actually taking the rest of the parts that I have for the engine to him probably by the end of this week. So really, realistically, we're gonna be seeing this engine back hopefully within 2 weeks or soon. The good news, boys, is when I started this swap, I didn't really think I could do it. I just didn't know what I was doing really. I am definitely getting the hang of everything now. I am an auto tech as a day job, so every day I am learning. But I'm starting to get the hang of how this is actually gonna work in this car. We got the Holley Terminator X right here. I was kind of going through some of that and reading the booklet. And you can see, we got a big old package from Sickie. I just ordered LS swap headers, so we're gonna go ahead and unbox those. A little smaller than I actually had imagined, but I guess to fit in a Genesis Coupe, they have to. Alrighty guys, here are the LS swap headers from Sickie Manufacturing. This will take an LS into a Genesis Coupe, and it will fit. Alright, I'm hoping the battery has enough voltage for this, but I'm gonna show you guys literally all that it takes that's gonna start this LS. This was a factory push button start. Unfortunately, the same push button cannot be used, but it's really easy to hook up another one. So let me show you guys what we got going on. So here's my LS starter. This is the push button. I got this off of Holley. It's just a normal push to start button. And what we're gonna do is use this. This is from the OEM starter system. The OEM starter relay is in there, and that's basically where these wires came from. We're gonna do come into the OEM one, accessory 1, accessory 2. Now that button should be lit up and have power. The connections might not be the greatest, only because, yeah, there we go. And just like that, we have power to this push to start. That's only an accessory, so this will not have power, obviously, when it is not. And then when you want to start it, there you go. So before I ruin that, we're done with that. But just that simple, guys. There's literally 4 wires or so. Really not that bad. All right, now that the start system is good and out of the way, we're just gonna actually need to, wire it in. We went ahead and got a master cylinder as well. This is from a guy in the Genesis Coupe swap, Facebook group. If you guys, I don't know if any of my subscribers are in that, but real awesome group, to be honest. I ask a lot of dumb questions, I feel, but I learn a lot through that group, and everyone's really helpful. I actually got this from a guy in there, Matt. If you're watching this, thank you so much. We got our new master cylinder. The ISR adapter to adapt this Wilwood master to the clutch. So this is our OEM master cylinder, and this actually stays. It's just the line that would go to the OEM clutch one just needs capped off. So this stays and just gets capped off, and basically that goes on the end of the pedal, and then this is your new reservoir for it. So we're gonna have 2 reservoirs now. One for the clutch, one for the brakes. And then obviously we got a clutch line to go to the T56 Magnum transmission from this master cylinder. This is just a 240SX manual swap line actually, but apparently it works on the LS swap on these. We're about to find out. I know it'll fit this, so. Guys, let's take a look at this. This is a 225/35/19 on a 19 by 10.5. You can see how stretched it is. I mean, it's not okay. So we did get a free set of tires. These are Continental Conti Sport Pros. These are 255/35/19. So they are a bit wider than these. I didn't want to go too much wider just because these are the steer tires. I don't need anything crazy up front. And we do still have to air out on them. So if we do have a big tire, I'm kind of worried it's not going to fit because the 10.5 up front is actually pretty wide already, especially the 11 in the rear. But what I'm gonna do is take these and get them mountain balanced. Actually, I'm going to mountain balance them. All right guys, I got the front tires mountain balanced. They came out pretty good. Not too crazy of a stretch on them anymore. I think they'll fit just fine and they look actually really good. Check this out guys. We just got some 305 3519 Mickey Thompsons. I actually bought these off Marketplace and got them for a steal. So I saw those online and they were for a pretty good price. So we actually took like a 5-hour road trip there and back. It was 5 hours. During a weekday to go get these. We got back late, but it was actually one of the funnest road trips ever, just for some tires. So unfortunately we can't really mount these quite yet. I had to order new valve stems because these seals were absolutely destroyed. So I did order new valve stems. However, there's a back delay on them for some reason, just like everything else. So we're gonna have to wait like 2 weeks till we can mount these just because of a valve stem. All right, one last look at them. They're pretty wide boy rears. We're gonna definitely see how well those hook, and we're gonna hope that we can air out on these, because unfortunately, we do need spacers on these up there, and these are already pretty wide. Crossing our fingers that we can pull this wheel setup off, because we are deep into it now. But we're probably not gonna actually get everything squared away till it's up on the lift, because when it's just sitting here like this, it can air out at any time. It does slowly air out on itself, even if it's aired up. These fenders are gonna need rolled, that's all I'm gonna say. All right, so what we're doing is going over the whole car again. We got pretty much everything torn apart. We got the air system hooked back up. And I'm gonna go ahead and start this update because this thing has been way out of date. Alright guys, we made some progress up front in the engine bay. Don't worry because I'm going to come back and go through all this. That is a lot of the stuff we deleted. That's the main engine harness, but that is all what we just deleted. That is the air suspension. Scared me a little bit. I did do the update on this. I finally got the air system connected again, and we were doing an update. Firmware update complete. Sounds good. Here's the trunk setup again. If you guys missed that, go check that video out. A lot of the wiring is actually done. So we used what's called a toner. We toned out a lot of wires, was using the meter, pretty much just identifying everything in there that we cut and removed. The ECU plug is gone. The passenger side fuse box is gone. If you ever looked at this harness before, it was a heck of a lot thicker. These are the only wires I'm keeping. This is for the start relay. This is for the fan relay power. And then as you can see, all this is necessary. This is like fog light, and then there's an ABS sensor. And then these two are actually switched on power. So I might use these to actually turn on the Holley. I'm gonna run that right back through there, and I'm gonna run the Holley out of there. So what I'm gonna do is take those harnesses and tuck them in quick. So aside from that, there is bunches of wires like this where we just used stuff to seal it up so that way nothing could touch. I don't even know if these are hot or not, but we're just doing that to be safe. We did that on both sides because that's where the wire harnesses were going, and pretty much kept everything else the way it was. So now really the only thing left to do is just retape all this up, which I will cover here soon, but I'm not doing that quite yet. So basically what we're gonna do is just take the Holley harnesses and run them through the firewall and just set the ECU in there for now since the dash is not in there. I am gonna be mounting the Terminator X in the glove box. Should be pretty easy. Probably just gonna have to cut a hole in the back of the glove box, and we're just gonna use the existing hole already to run the harnesses through. All right, so to the interior quick, we got this head unit that we've had rewired. So we fixed the previous owner's wiring. That was the worst wiring I've ever seen. It was really, really bad, but it is now all fixed. And then we got some wires ran in here. So the Holley Terminator X is actually run. So there's two main harnesses that go to the Terminator X. There's a smaller harness that has basically just connected straight to the battery, which we have coming out of this passenger side hole. And then we have the actual main harness for the engine. That's gonna come out of the driver's side. Now I just ran that right into the dash and right along the side. I did this because this hole is a lot bigger and it's a lot more open behind it, whereas this has the blower fan behind it and there's absolutely no room. Alrighty guys, that'll do it for today's video. Thank you guys for staying tuned. Thank you for tuning in. You guys are amazing. The support's amazing. I'm trying to bring you guys better content. I'm working on it. We're getting there, not really. But you guys just gotta have faith in me. So anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next episode. I appreciate all the support again. Cannot wait to get this car done, but we are making progress and we gotta be happy with that. And honestly, I am really getting freaking motivated just because of you guys too. So I wanna thank y'all again. Please drop a like and support any way possible. Share the channel. I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.